Good day, everybody. Rob here at WesternPacificWeather.com, and it's currently the 15th of December, 2010. It's 10 days till Christmas for you, the Christian world out here that's viewing this. And we're actually watching a few areas out here today. Basically, high pressure dominating most of the region, though. Westpac high down here toward the south, bringing some semi-fair weather to the Philippines and out towards Thailand here. But we do have a long trough of low pressure extending from China out over Japan, bringing mostly cloudy skies throughout the entire region. A few isolated rain showers being picked up on radar here through the Ryukyu Islands, but overall, though, high pressure really dominating south and north of here. Actually, have a lot of cold air being bent up in this region. Now, this is what's going to be the big weather maker over the next 24 to 72 hours here. Actually, we look at this current analysis from Thailand. Actually, you can see this very strong area of high pressure, right around 1,054 millibars up here over Mongolia. There's a lot of cold air associated with it that's getting kind of bent up behind the Himalayas here. Now, after this big trough of low pressure here, that's currently over the East China Sea, out over Japan, it starts to move off towards the northeast. This high pressure is going to start to drift in behind it and really ridge actually rather quickly, bring a lot of cold air, advection, basically strong northerly winds throughout this region, and that's going to extend all the way down to the South China Sea and eventually into the Gulf of Thailand here. Actually looking at some high seas later on this week, possibly into the weekend throughout this entire region. And if we look at some of the sea models here, showing the 18th in the morning here, some fairly high seas, right around 12 to 15 foot seas throughout this entire region. Now what this is telling me, there's going to be some convective weather and also some strong northerly gradient induced winds throughout this entire region here. So definitely going to be rough going throughout this entire area, but what this is also going to start producing once again is some more convective weather over Luzon here. Now that's actually one of the big key factors going to play into this, how this cold surge interacts with the equatorial low farther to the south. So actually a lot of the models as far as precipitation goes are also picking up on this cold surge as well, showing basically the same time 1800Z have this big area of trough of low pressure with a lot of precipitation throughout this entire region. So it looks like some possible flooding possible here in southern Luzon, possibly as far north as Manila here by the weekend, and so we definitely have to watch how this develops. Another thing I want to note with this model as well is that a lot of cold air is going to be driving to the south with this, so definitely going to see much cooler temperatures here. And actually, we look at the 540 millibar line right here. You actually can see this starting to dip farther south than Korea and Japan here. Now, this is really the line that we use to gauge if it's going to snow or not. So definitely seeing those colder temperatures back to the south. And to demonstrate this even more, I actually have a temperature model here as well, and showing a lot of cold air advecting towards the south. Temperature is actually in the teens. This is Celsius, as far south as northern Luzon right in here. Seeing some temperatures actually in the single digits, possibly over Taiwan, as a lot of that cold air moves towards the south. And definitely actually could see it below, or will see it below freezing throughout much of the Korea here in the northern part of Japan. So very cold temperatures here advecting towards the south. That's also going to be associated with some strong winds, especially over the Ryukyu Islands here and over Taiwan as well. So once you start factoring in wind chill, definitely could see some well below freezing temperatures in this entire region here. Now looking out farther to the southwest here, actually the Bay of Bengal here. Good news as far as the, I know a lot of people on the west coast of Thailand here definitely seeing reverse from the monsoon here. Well, the easterly winds definitely going to start to pick back up as soon as this high pressure starts to reach to the south with the cold surge. So it's kind of some good news on the west coast there as wind switch starts to shift from the east here. Definitely mitigates some of the seas out in this region here. But as for now, as far as any convective weather up in this entire region, there is a lack of in this area. But as we move farther to the south, actually south of the equator, right in here, then as we actually go even farther south down towards Australia, definitely seeing an area down here, Invest 91 Sierra, and spinning off just the west coast of the Western Territory here. But currently, it does seem fairly organized. There is a lot of dry air advection moving in from the south right in here, so definitely not seeing that whole type of a warm, cold low starting to develop out of this. But it does have a lot of winds associated with it, and a lot of convection. So looking at a ton of precipitation actually falling on the west coast right in here. And actually look at the model. You can see that this evening there is a close circulation around it, but as I said, a lot of dry air intrusion on the side of it. So on the east side, really going to be seeing a lot of more moisture, more convective activity. It looks like it's going to make landfall just north of the Cape Range National Park right in this region. So definitely anybody just north of that, I know there's a lot of cities right in this region, just gear up for some some potential for some slight flash flooding as this makes landfall. Really, all it is just a big wide range of convection, not anything too tropical looking to develop out of this. But that is all for today, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the video. So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, as usual, please post them to the right in the comment box, or you can email me here at westernpacificweather.com. So thank you once again for listening, and have a great day. Bye.